Alrighty. Time is 7:45 a.m. Just walking out of the hotel here. I guess these are finally the Black Hills because I keep seeing Black Hill on the sign and all. So I got a plan. Oh, you know what? When I was driving in last night, I completely get why they call them the Black Hills, because just in the night, the hills look black, like they do. Anyway, so I am gonna go to Mount Rushmore. Oh, there's a bunny. 2 bunnies. So Mount Rushmore, assuming I'm on I-90, which I pretty much am. Mount Rushmore is 30 minutes south. So 30 minutes south, 30 minutes to get back. That's an hour. Assume I spend no less than 30 minutes there, taking it in. I want to enjoy it. It's an hour and a half. Driving to Butte, or Buddy, or however you say it. I'm gonna call it Butte, or Butte. I'm gonna call it Butte. That'll be about 8.5 hours from here. So it's gonna be another long day, but it's worth it. You gotta see the stuff when you're in places. All right, more to come. Day 4. Oof. Okay, well, forget everything I said before. The hills that I saw coming into Rapid City, but all the way from the Missouri River, they were indeed black at night, pitch black at night, but they were not the Black Hills. These are the Black Hills. Right now I'm in Black Hills National Forest, about 5 or 10 minutes away from Mount Rushmore. Pretty cool. From the White Mountains National Forest to the Black Hills National Forest. Polar opposites. Well, I'm here walking. Well, I just parked at Mount Rushmore, walking towards it. Saw it on the road. It's pretty cool. The parking lot here is weird today. They have stuff blocked off. They have different parking lots, and there's like a loop road to get to each one, and all of them were blocked off. And on my third loop around, the employees saw me on my second loop, on my second attempt, and by my third attempt, they opened up one of the spots. So, whatever. Unimpressed, but today I was looping, and it wasn't my fault. See my smile under the mask.
Insert credit card and wait. Follow on screen instructions.
South Dakota, man. I wanted to love you. I really did. But your drivers, they don't know what red lights are. And the national park people here, it's just so badly organized. There's some construction and there's COVID, but goddamn. Who's that bust? Is that Eisenhower? Or is it? No, I bet it's just the sculptor. Sculpted by his son. Not even the sculptor. There it is. Wow. Mount Rushmore, man. Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, Lincoln. You know, I heard a rumor that the sculptor wanted to not do just the heads, but do the whole body. And you know, you can see like George Washington's got a little bit more, but he's in front. It's wicked cool. Oh, they got an auditorium down there. That's cool. Love to see a concert here. Very patriotic. I bet country bands would love this. Wow. Alright, wicked cool. Seeing the sights on this trip. Love it. When I first got here, there was no one. I think I was the first or second. First, I think I was the first person to get here. And it was pretty empty, no people. And I was wondering, where are all the people? Like, I passed through a town en route to get here and dead. Dead except for a few deer. I was wondering, where are all the people? But then, as I'm walking away from the monument now, there's plenty. So I just got here early. I beat the rush. Maybe I even got here earlier than when they opened. I didn't bother looking when they did open. But good times. It's about 9, so later than I would like, but worth it. Absolutely worth it to see this. Also, it's snowing. I hope the snow lets off soon. See my glasses fogging up there. I've been hating masks ever since we had to use them. I've been using them, but I just hate it. All right, I'm gonna fill up gas. I'm about half tank now. And then, Butte, Montana. I'll get into Montana. I'll cross the state line pretty quick. But Butte is pretty western Montana. If I thought New York was a wide state, oh boy. Alright, more to come. So Mount Rushmore was cool. You know, it's one of those Americana things you gotta see. It wasn't smaller than what I thought. I think when you see it on TV, like in a movie or whatever, they always do a close-up. So it definitely looks different in person than how you see it in photos or on TV. But it's very cool. You know, very detailed. You know, crazy to think how people just climbed up there in the 1800s or whenever it was made, early 1900s maybe, and just, you know, blasted it out with dynamite. You know, like I said, George Washington looks is the most there. I think Lincoln looks a little unfinished. I mean, great still, but just something about his hair and like the side of his face looked a little rough. Very cool, regardless. All right. Well, my dad just called me. I'm still in between Mount Rushmore, going back towards Rapid City. My dad just called me. He told me a section of I-90 in Washington State called Snoqualmie Pass. It's I-90's not closed, but that there's a portion through Snoqualmie Pass where you need four-wheel drive or chains on your tires, and so that's got me thinking. So option A is to buy some chains here in Rapid City, or option B would be to go south through Oregon to avoid that. Not sure which. I just want to get to Rapid City right now, and then I'll think it over. And my dad's looking at the road conditions in Oregon, seeing if going through Oregon would in fact dodge such bad weather to require chains. So, I expected snow. I know it was coming. Didn't realize they let the roads just go so far that you need chains. I would have thought the roads would be a little more well kept. But it's a lot of land. It's a big area, these states out west. Yeah. Can't keep them manicured. Alright, more to come. So that guy there with a cane in the backpack, it's a Pokemon backpack. He's 7-year-old, he's a veteran, apparently Native American. I mean, he didn't say that, but he looks like it. I don't assume, I don't see race. So, I just went out of this O'Reilly's here. I bought some snow tires, just the two to put on the front because of the front axle drive. And yeah, I might need this in the mountains. Like I said, I think I said this previous, my dad told me that a section in Washington right now, Snoqualmie Pass, was closed to 4x4, four-wheel drive or chains. And so the guy at the desk seemed pretty honest. I think I can tell a bullshit when I see one, and he said this will work, and so that's good. I told him what I was doing. He said it would work. So I'm wicked behind schedule. I'm still in Rapid City, and it's 10:30. Good God, it's gonna take me 8.5 hours to get to Butte. Also, the homeless guy didn't wear a mask. When I put on my mask, he pulled up his coat to cover his mouth for a minute. And you know what? He asked me for cash. Yeah, and I said I have cash, but I need it for tolls. And you know what? He was chill about it. He said, "Do you have any change?" Because a different homeless man. He actually said he wasn't homeless. He was just poor. But a different homeless man would have said, he would have fought you and said, "No, you don't need tolls, man. You can drive through them, man." Oops. So, yeah, still going to be 8.5 hours, I think. So, it'll be 6, maybe. Anyway, more to come. Definitely delayed. The first half of the delay was worth it. Going to Rushmore. I knew it. You know what? I got a late start from the hotel. Took my time, and then I went to Rushmore. Worth it. Both of those were worth it. Searching around the city, because I had to search. I went in, I think, 3 auto places before O'Reilly's here. And I went to an auto parts, the first one, and then 2 local ones, and then O'Reilly's here. They didn't have it. But O'Reilly's did. Thank you, O'Reilly's. Anyway, time to continue. You know what? Usually the guys that work at auto parts stores, they're not like dirty salesmen, right? They're not like trying to push product. They're experts. They love cars. That's why they're working in an auto parts shop. And you know, they know what a car needs and what a driver needs. They're not dirty, and I appreciate that, because God knows some other salesmen are actually salesmen and they're dirty. They'll trick you just to move product. So as I understand it, from what my dad has told me, if I go through Washington, through the mountains of Washington, it's four-wheel drive or chains required. But if I cut south through Oregon, it's chains or snow tires required. And I already have the snow tires on my car. It's November. So I don't know. What I get from that is that they'll both be snowy, but perhaps the Washington one will be at least slightly more snowy. But you know what? If the Department of Transportation, either at the federal or the state level, says chains will do it, then chains will do it. I bet I could get through that even without chains, just with some tricky driving. So, I don't know. I'm going to really think hard about it when I get into Butte. I'll look at what my immediate weather is saying. But I would prefer to just keep with my normal path. Just ride I-90 all the way through to Seattle. Now, if it happens that I go through Oregon, that's fine. Add another state. Make 15 states instead of 14. No issue with that. So we'll see. So, Google Maps is trying to get me to dodge Wyoming, and I would have had to taken some state routes, South Dakota state routes, and then get back on I-90 in Montana, and that would have saved 20 minutes apparently, but hell no, I don't want to take state routes. I want to stay right on I-90. I think I-90 will be better kept. And I want to see Wyoming too. Why not? I'm getting pretty close. I don't think I'm in it yet, but I'm close. Oh. Look at those mountains there. Now, I don't want to jump the gun, as I'm prone to do. But, come on. Those are the Rockies, right? What other mountain chain is right here? in Wyoming. Alright, well, I'll be crossing them. More to come. Well, I was right. I'm in Wyoming now. Not 5 minutes after I made the last video. So, very cool. I don't know if you can see those hillsides to my right there. Well, I stopped at the information center here, going into Wyoming, had to use the bathroom. Almost exploded. No foul. Look at that. Look at all this. Look at that red dirt. Reached the size limit on, hold on. Reached the size limit on the micro SD card I got in my phone, so now I'm just saving stuff to the phone itself. Anyway, I'm in Wyoming at the information center. Just got in. Dirt's red here from the iron, and there's a sign on the bathroom that says, "Don't worry, our bathrooms are clean. The iron that makes the soil red gets in the bathroom water, and leaves a rust stain." I'm used to that. That's beautiful. I'm gonna walk over here. I really should be more of a rush, because if I drive straight to Butte right now, I get there at 7, which is going to require no less than 1 hour, probably 2, possibly more, of night driving, but you know, you can't rush it. I'm having fun. Mount Rushmore was worth it. It was worth it to get chains for the tires, just in case, so nothing wrong with it. Look at all that red dirt. Love it. Reminds me of Hawaii. I guess it's the same in Colorado, because they got that Coliseum, or arena rather, called Red Rocks. Beautiful. Well, anyway, it is time to get moving on. Wish me luck. Look at all that. That's Wyoming. Weather in Wyoming has been great so far. More stadies out, but hey, I'll trade stadies for good weather and, you know, no snow like there was in Dakota. Well, speaking of stadies, I'm going to put the phone down. I just wanted to get this view. Look at the road here. It's so red. Wicked red. That's all I got. It's just red. It's not black asphalt. I'm not even sure if it's asphalt. I assume it is. Whatever it is red. Okay. Still in Wyoming? Come on, those have to be the Rockies, right? Like, what I said before was obviously wrong, but come on. Those have to be the Rockies. Look at them. They're huge. Rocky Mountains, it has to be, I'm sure of it. Oh, it's breezy out here. Ranch country, that's all this is. That's, I mean, what I've been seeing. Ranch. Ooh, it's cold. Just stopped, had to take a leak. route to get to Butte by 7:20. Google Maps says maybe 7:30 realistically. When I cross the line, you know, there's a sign that says "Welcome to Montana," like any other state, except this time it did not say "Welcome to Montana." It just had the seal of Montana, and next to it said "Welcome to Crow Country." So, you know, a little indirect, but hey, maybe I'm in a Crow reservation, you know, Crow Native Americans. Maybe there's just a lot of crows here. Alright, more to come. Hello there. I'm still very much in Montana. Yes, got about 4 hours to go. I just passed a sign that said "Leaving Crow Country." So, I guess for that reason, you know, I assume that was a Native American reservation for the Crow Nation. Which, pretty cool. You know, I couldn't really tell it apart from the rest of the state. So, that's neat. Still in Montana, just past Billings. Time is 4:15, and for a good half hour there or more, felt like more, the sun was just blinding me again, like it was in New York. You know, day 2 and day 3 had pretty good luck with the sun, but day 4 here, the sun got me again, and it only relented that some clouds are in front of the sun right now. But yeah, I had the bad luck of driving through the city of Buffalo, blinded by the sun, and had the bad luck of driving through the city of Billings, blinded by the sun. You know what? When I was planning this, I was assuming that night driving would be the worst part of it, and that's what I would avoid. No. I would trade night driving. I would rather drive in the night than drive west into the setting sun. It sucks. It's so bad. You can't see a damn thing. And then worse yet, when the sun gets you directly, and then it hits the tractor trailer trucks around you, and then reflects off them. Oh yeah, it's like it's blind. Like you're blinded by the light. And looks like it's peeking back out of the clouds again. That's not great. Anyway, I have about 207 miles to Billings. About 3 hours. So, still plenty left. Hello. Time is 4:45, 4:45. Still in Montana. Just past Billings. Still. I stopped at a rest stop and I reserved my hotel in Butte. And at this rest stop, I wanted to use the bathroom, and there was a big map of Montana. I'm about halfway through, and also the mountains I said were the Rockies last time are absolutely not the Rockies. The Rockies are in western Montana. I'm just so eager to see them, you know. Well, anyway. Unless something interesting happens, or I get so bored, I'll report in when I get to the hotel. Well, there. It's dark night out, so no point in holding the camera in any which way. Still got about an hour 40 until I get to Butte. And you know what? I know it is Butte because I heard my GPS, well, Google Maps, call it that. So it's good. Correct assumption. This car I've been driving the whole way, this car I've had since high school, Toyota Camry. You know, it's a little bit bigger than a Toyota Corolla, for example. It's not a big car. It's a medium-sized car. And I just wanted to say I think that's perfect. Perfect for my needs. A medium-sized car. Because this one, you know, it gets 32, 33 highway, which is great. Absolutely great. I mean, good enough for me. I think anything better than 30 is acceptable. And, you know what, just on this trip, I knew it before, but I just want to say it just for the video. On this trip, having a little bit more weight has been nice because, you know, it handles better in the rain and the snow and the icy roads. It just kind of, there's more downforce on it, so it doesn't slide around as much. It will slide. I mean, anything will slide if it has to, but it slides less and slides less frequently. And I've been getting a lot of crosswinds. You know, ever since South Dakota, a lot. You know, I can feel it push the car to either side. And back in Wyoming, there were signs on the road saying, you know, severe crosswinds, as there are here in Montana. But in Wyoming, they gave the wind speed. It said usually it was listed as 40 plus miles an hour. Well, for one strip, it was 60 plus miles an hour. And even in South Dakota, as I just got on the highway in South Dakota, I heard on the radio, you know, crosswinds warning. And I see it on the road here in Montana, like I said. And having a little bit of weight is just nice. You know, pushes the car less around. Yeah. And some people just drive slow. You know, good for them. Better safe than sorry. It means I gotta pass them. Also, we're approaching a city. Gardner, apparently. Well, alright, that's all I wanted to say. Put the phone down again. Alright, after I cross this bridge. Alright. Well, time is 7:40, and I just got into the hotel here in Butte, Montana. Right as I crossed, well, 10 minutes before I got here, I crossed the Continental Divide. I don't know what that is exactly. It divides the continent in half, I guess, but it's not really half, right? Kansas would be, you know, somewhere. I feel like we're past the halfway point on the North American continent. I don't know, maybe we're not. And then from passing the Continental Divide, that was on a mountain ridge, and coming down from the mountain ridge, there's a good view of Butte, just the city lights. But that was tricky driving. I just wasn't gonna have a phone camera in one hand while I did that drive. I'm tired. I'm always tired, but another long one. I'm gonna sleep. Good night. I think tomorrow, with a little bit of luck, I'll be sleeping in my dad's house in Washington. Good night.